What's going on, guys? So we are back in the F-150 King Ranch truck with Drew from Ford. How are you doing?
Doing great.
We're gonna hop out and he's gonna show us some of the exterior changes that they've made to this truck, including the tailgate, some of the stuff they've done on the back end, and go over what's new for 2021.
Let's do it.
All right, hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so Drew, tell us what's new.
Well, as we talked about earlier, it's all new, including our tailgate. And we want to specifically talk about the tailgate right now.
Okay, so popping it open with a button, that's not new.
Or, that's not new, that's correct, but you, and your key fob.
Okay.
As well as you can control it from the dashboard.
So what are you going to show us that's new?
I'm going to show you our new work center in the back of the truck. Now, this is a standard feature across the board. It's not just your higher end like a King Ranch, but you can get this all the way across. Because remember, F-150 is a work truck.
Yep.
So what you have here is measuring points, centimeters, and standard. We have spots where you can hold pencils, cups, tablets.
That's a phone holder right there, isn't it?
Correct. Yep. You can put a phone here. You can put a phone over, or a tablet here. Exactly.
Very cool.
Yep. We also have new tie-down points.
That is nice.
I know.
Oh, man.
Incredibly innovative when you think about it. So we have a 145-inch wheelbase, 5.5-foot box on this King Ranch. But what if you want to haul a 8-foot, 4x8 sheet of plywood, 4x8 sheet of drywall? You're going to be sticking out a little bit, and you're going to, you can lay it flat. Now you've got super strong tie-down points here where you can use a ratchet strap or a strong bungee to keep your cargo secure and allow ease of taking a big piece of lumber or sheetrock back to the house or your work site.
What are we looking at on the side over here?
These are actually, this is something we put on here for our demonstration, for our activations on site. So we have banners that fit in these that are actually calling out some of the features of this truck. But what it does is it shows you the versatility of the box link management system here. It's all lockable.
And the strength.
Yeah. Right.
Banners aren't light when it's windy outside.
No, they're not. So you have additional tie-down points here and up front.
Of course, we got the man step.
Man step.
You know what? People criticize steps like this until they realize how tall trucks are nowadays.
Oh, they are, right.
Yeah.
And it's just real easy on off.
Earlier I mentioned that dropping the tailgate with a button isn't really anything new. You guys have been doing this since like 2014, I think. But let's show the viewers what is new about this tailgate.
What's new about the tailgate is the fact that it will lift by itself. You give it a little help. And although they've done a nice job of making the tailgate very light with the aluminum body, it's still a little bit heavy.
But let's say you don't want to lift it at all. Like, let's drop it back down again, and let's say you don't want to have to lift it halfway up to put the tailgate. Are there any other ways to lift this tailgate?
So we have our key fob.
But wait, there's more.
Hit it twice.
So there you go. Now you have the second way. And let me guess the third way. You press the button on the tailgate.
Way number 4.
Way number 4. And then you got a button inside that lets you do it as well.
Correct.
That is very cool.
And one other point that I need to make, if I can bring this down one more time.
Let me guess, it rhymes with C-clamps.
You got it.
Right there.
C-clamp points. And they're made to have a C-clamp, so if you are using your tailgate as a workbench with your measuring points, with your tie down, you can also then clamp down whatever you have that you're working on.
That is very cool.
Now, it's a perfect segue. Say you're using power tools. You need power. For 2021, the Pro Power onboard system is a big game-changing feature that F-150 offers.
And I've been waiting to show this. That's why we're doing this in a separate video from the original drive. So now you have plugs back here on the back. And what is the total output you can get off of this one?
120 volts and 20 amps.
Okay, so 120 volts and 20 amps off of the back here. But if we're talking about your hybrid truck, what does that number jump up to?
7.2 kilowatts.
7.2 kilowatts at 240?
You have a 240.
240 connection.
Correct.
That is crazy. But that is really cool. I mean, why not utilize the engine that you have in the truck as a generator? I mean, shoot, that's just been something that's been needed forever. Now, if you make a 50 amp connection that can power a big RV, that would be great. But this is super cool, very innovative. And again, this is why it's a great time to be a truck buyer, because you can shop around, you can look at the different trucks from the different manufacturers, and you can see what's important to you. If these are features you're looking for, it's really great to see that more and more truck manufacturers are jumping on board, giving you these types of solutions. But 2021 Ford F-150 definitely doesn't look like it's compromising here at all.
Nope, and that's why we've been sales leadership with F-150 for over 40 years.
Very cool truck. Real quick, I would love to take a look at a door sticker because I want to look at the payload capacity. All right, so one number I always like to look at on trucks is this door sticker number right here, 1,490 pounds worth of payload capacity. So whenever we look at a truck like this, I'm going to say this in front of Drew. This is something that I think is so important for people to hear. This truck has a maximum tow capacity of what?
Properly equipped, it can tow up to 13,000 pounds with a 5-liter V8.
Okay, so let's just say 13,500 pounds. With 1,490 pounds worth of payload capacity, this is what we were talking about earlier. You can't just hitch up a large travel trailer behind this and assume because the travel trailer is less than 13,500 pounds that the capacity of the truck is enough to handle the hitch weight as well as all the people and supplies you put in here, right? Family of 4 sitting in this truck is going to weigh roughly 500-600 pounds
easily.
Yep.
Correct.
It might go all the way up to 700-800 pounds. Let's say you throw a generator in the back, that could be 150 pounds, right?
Right.
You throw camping gear, bicycles, all that other stuff in the back, you could easily be at the 700, 800, 900 pound mark. Plus, you throw a hitch on the back. Hitches aren't light, 110 pounds in a hitch. Even a weight distribution hitch, even though it'll transfer load, it doesn't make the load disappear, it simply transfers it to the front of the truck. So it's still taking cargo capacity away from this number. So at the end of the day, you might be at about 900 pounds worth of cargo and weight, leaving you roughly 590 pounds worth of tongue weight. Now, if it's just a couple, right, 2 people in the truck, not much supplies in the back, well, that's going to dramatically increase the size of trailer you can haul behind the truck because you're not taking nearly as much weight away from this payload number. So I just wanted to bring that up. And do you agree with my assessment?
Absolutely. And always refer to your recreational vehicle towing guide to get specific numbers for your specific truck. Absolutely,
because everything is different. Let me give you an idea why. You look at this 1,490 pound. If this truck did not have a panoramic sunroof, that number would probably be 1,550 pounds per se. I don't know exactly. If this truck didn't have a certain feature on it, this number would be higher. Everything you spec into this truck, everything, if it is done at the factory, when this truck is shipped to a dealership lot, it will take away from that number. So you always have to keep in mind that everything you add to this truck will make that number slightly lower, slightly higher.
Absolutely, like a larger block with the 5-liter V8.
Yep.
4-wheel drive system with a transfer case. That all adds weight to the vehicle.
Absolutely. And the gross vehicle weight rating of the truck is going to be roughly the same across most F-150s, depending on the package you buy and the specific gross vehicle weight rating truck you get. Now, the really interesting thing about all of this at the end of the day is the fact that if you look at this number, which has just about every feature in it, I can't think of one that it doesn't have. There might be a few, such as like maybe the ramps and things like that you can possibly spec in. But to still have a 1,490 pound cargo capacity is actually pretty impressive, because I've been in some of these half-ton trucks that are high spec and you're talking 1,100 pounds maximum cargo capacity because they put so much stuff into the truck.
Exactly, and this truck does have so much stuff. It's a very well contented vehicle.
Yep.
With a 4-wheel drive with a larger block V8 engine.
Yep. And everyone wonders why Ford went to aluminum. High strength, military grade aluminum, whatever they want to call it. I'm not big on fancy terminologies with there, but what I will tell you is because they went to aluminum panels, because the body of this truck is predominantly aluminum, even though it has a high strength steel boxed frame, aluminum reduces the curb weight of the truck, allowing them to have a higher number here. If this truck was steel, this weight, the body of this truck would be so much more that this number would probably be a few hundred pounds less than what it is, thus decreasing the capability of this truck and making them have to shave weight, shave cost, and shave other areas like some other truck manufacturers might have to.
Exactly. So as an example, we can also reinvest some of that weight savings. And in the case of this generation of F-150, you have a fully boxed high-strength steel frame. Body's aluminum alloy, high strength steel frame. No C-channel, it's all fully boxed. And that is a big driver as to why you have such payload as well as trailer towing capability in the 2021 F-150.
Absolutely. Well, Drew, I really appreciate your time. Like I said, I wanted to make a separate video just for the things we talked about here because I knew it would go on for a little bit longer than normal. And I hope this has been informative for you all. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel. I can't wait till there's a media drive event on this. And they gave me the option. I can drive this truck if I'd want. But to be realistic with you guys, I mean, I've been in just about all the new half-ton trucks, even from Ford. They all drive great. This one drives a little bit smoother than the previous generation. I didn't feel I needed to hop into this one and specifically drive it, but I'll tell you, it has a heck of a smooth ride. Really happy about that. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.